Good morning and welcome to Gulfstream today. Samantha Perry joined with you with Brian Nato. We see our three surfaces here and hey, look at that green in the corner there, Brian.
It's coming around. Very exciting. Turf is in the works. We can't wait to have it back. We'll try to get some footage of that a little later in the week or next week for sure, but it is coming together and never too early to look forward to it, that is for sure.
Yeah, it's exciting to see it out there. Kind of feels like Christmas a little bit, but right now it's Christmas in August because we have a huge day of racing today, a big Rainbow Six jackpot guarantee.
325 there, so big number, good day. As Samantha said, a good, I keep wanting to call it a stakes race. It's not officially a stakes race, but
feels like it.
It feels like it. It's a stakes field. We've got two-year-olds tomorrow as well. And there's a lot to look forward to, not only today, but looking forward after today too, because I think there's some horses we're going to see today that we might see down the line do some things.
Yeah, it's an exciting day of racing all across the country, and these pools will be big today. And speaking of a big pool, the early pick 5 pools have just been astronomical, and you've got ticket duties.
I do, and some bobbing and weaving here. So we're $36. We came in, it was 96. I was never going to give 96 out, but I had to work with it, and there's some scratches that I lost the top pick in here as well. We'll get to the opener. Here's the top pick I lost in race 2. So now I do move up Il Melandrino. We've got the replay coming up too. Here's your single. I had 1-2, but Ghost Force is out. So preemption now a very short number in there. The spread is in race 4, and that's the first of the 2-year-old races we have today. This one here, the top pick is going to be number 6, R. Harper Rose, maybe a little steam horse for Safi in there, and we'll get your expertise on the 2-year-olds. And then Radiant Gem is my long shot in race number 5. That is the 1 horse, and I think we should get a decent price on her because the 3 gals that beat her last time, they're all lining up against her again today. So Radiant Gem, my long shot. Lost my best bet, unfortunately. $36 play here.
It's a solid play, and kicking it off, 5 furlongs on the Tapeta track here. They're fillies 2-year-old, and we're scratching the 2 in the 9 out of here. So a huge field remains on the Tapeta here. And this is a race where I kind of felt like you could go a lot of different directions, and you went with a filly we've already seen before.
Yeah, and that's actually all 3 of my picks are fillies we have seen, and I think that gives them an edge. This is just, it is right here in front of you. Iron Shield is a maiden special weight dropper for Jose D'Angelo. They didn't bet her on debut, so that it doesn't really worry me because maybe now she's just in the spot. They took a shot. Well, it didn't work out. Not that she ran terribly. She ran 4th. Blinkers go on. It's Jose just doing his thing, and we get Miguel Vasquez as well. So I think Iron Shield, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. She's going to be tough in here.
Yeah, I think maybe with me at least, that the post position worried me just a little bit.
Yep, 2 scratches help her move over a little bit.
That's a good point, yeah, but it's still a little bit to be kind of drug out to. The 6th grade Trixie, this is an interesting filly because, like you said, we've already seen her before. Victor Barboza, not a barn that usually fires away right out of the gate with a 2-year-old first-time starter, but I think she's eligible to improve off of that.
Well, without a doubt, Victor, I think he's 5% with his firsters, and he's 25% second time out. So she got, it was a means to an end last time for her. She gets the trial run out of the way. She was in for 35 on debut, right back here again. And I think today Grand Trixie is one of those horses, maybe Iron Shield too, but I think Grand Trixie is the most likely horse to really move up off her debut.
A few first-time starters as well, but both Brian and I kind of hedging towards the horses with experience. Now, race number 2. It's a 1-turn, 1 mile. We are getting some rain, so I will keep you updated on the track conditions, but kicking off race 2 is the early pick 4. I've got a ticket that I put together here, and we'll go ahead and take a look at it. It's $18 for me. We'll get to this race in just a second. I did lose my top choice in this race. Pardon me. Race number 3. The 1 on top for me always was, but I'm going to take a couple of others because I wonder how trustworthy this horse is. Race number 4, the 6, R. Harper Rose on top for me, and I do really like the 1 Haunted as well. I wonder how she's going to be for the Arundel Connections, who have been so live with their 2-year-olds. And in race number 5, the 6 on top Golden Voice on the class drop, $18. And the second race here, a condensed field, and they might have to deal with a wet track surface now.
Yeah, I think so. It's coming down pretty good here. So just take note of that, and we'll certainly get you an updated condition. And Pete upstairs will do that as well. Big scratch in here of Leopardi, the 6, because I thought he was going to be loose and controlling in here. And that's why I picked him. And now the pace maybe becomes a little more muddled.
It does, and that's going to be an interesting play. Now, Danley and Il Malandrino faced each other last time, and I've got the replay, and I thought it was interesting. Whenever I sent this over, I said, don't even worry about IDing him because you won't see him right now. They're just so far out of it, and you usually don't see horses in these dirt races coming from this far out of it.
Yeah, they kind of flew early for a group like this, so maybe it was somewhat predictable that it fell apart a little bit. Dream of Blessings is going to win this race and is going to win it like a good thing, but here's Il Malandrino, the 2, sifting through a little bit. This is a pretty solid run, and I think with you can't make up 2 different horses than Il Malandrino and Danley, because one of them is 1 for 5 and still has a very legitimate reason to improve. The other one is 1 for 36, and the reason one of the reasons he's 1 for 36 is because what you just saw there. He's going to run on late.
Yeah,
that's a problem though when you're trying to get your picture taken.
It is. I think though today he gets Hector Diaz on him, and this is a rider that I kind of harp on quite a bit because he's very under the radar and very good.
Yeah, and we don't see him a lot here. He's more at Tampa and in Jersey sometimes too, right? So I think it's a good point. He knows what he's doing. You've seen him ride a lot of Chad Brown horses over at Tampa and in New Jersey too.
Blaker Street.
Blaker Street. I loved her. She was very good to me. Grade 1 winner on the turf for Chad and Peter Brandt. So he knows what he's doing out there.
He does. And now that being said, you can carry a horse to the finish line. So we'll have to see how it shakes out. Race number 3. It's a maiden 12-5 event, 5.5 furlongs on the Tapeta. We scratched the 2 Ghost Force out of here. That was your top pick, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
no, had him second, but I was using Ghost Force in my early 5.
Okay,
so
I'll let you take it away with preemption because you also have a stat.
Yeah, we've got the stat on preemption. This horse now with the scratch, I mean, this is a major move for Safi. This horse was 7-5 on the morning line with the scratch. This horse could be 2 or 3 to 5 in here. Safi is only almost 40% the past 5 years. This is basically telling you he knows when to
drop him,
dangle him, say I'm not really interested in keeping the horse in the barn anymore. This horse absolutely plummets. I get it. It's not ideal, but if you need a single, this is your horse because I think she's just supposed to win in here.
Yeah, she is. And I kind of hedged a little bit in this spot just because Alyssa Joe, I like the drop here. Yeah, they're cutting her back, and maybe this is a horse that they're just giving her one with the intention of running her longer. But she gets laces for the first time, and she was bet last out.
Well, I will say this for Alyssa Joe, who I've gotten second now as well, a move up second. But Joe Orsino ran her 6 times and did not want to risk losing her. So maybe they liked what they had. Well, it hasn't worked out. You can take her now. But the fact that he ran her 6 times, whereas Safi is debuting preemption for 40, tries her once, and now 12-5. Joe took 6 tries to make a dent with this horse.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting race just to kind of see how things shake up. But with the rain, sometimes this Tapeta will tighten up a bit more, and so you want to be in front. You don't want to be
close.
Yeah, but in a spot like this, and preemption just looks like the horse that can get out of the gate. Because a lot of these horses in the race, they don't have a lot of speed.
No speed at all. And we got a significant amount of rain yesterday as well. I said it on the show I did this morning. Regardless of the weather today, we did get rain yesterday. And as Samantha said, definitely tightens the Tapeta up, and it makes you need to be closer.
It does. Race number 4, this is a really solid maiden special weight race. It's 5.5 furlongs. It is for 2-year-old fillies here, and no scratches or changes in this spot. And We both are on our Harper Rose. Let's pull up the OBS work because this is what I saw why.
Right.
And this was just a filly that she only sold for $60,000, but she is quick across this Tapeta, Brian.
Yeah, you can really see her reaching out there.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get these horses behind us for race 4, and you can get a look at them because I know that's a strong part of what you do. And the other thing is, the reason I say that too is there looks like there's a lot of runners in here.
Yeah.
The quote-unquote problem is none of them have any pedigree whatsoever.
No.
They're not by anyone, kin to anyone. It's very odd because I do think our Harper Rose, Etrurian, certainly Haunted, we'll talk about all of them here, they all could be really, really nice fillies,
yeah.
but you got to figure it out because if you dope it out on paper, there's nothing there. Our Harper Rose's dam was 2 for 22. It took her 6 starts to break her maiden.
Yeah.
Her other 5 foals have not run 1 inch in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So you got to figure this out here.
It is, and it's a tough one because you also have these barns that are heavy hitters with these types of races. The one Haunted, you've got a little bit lower down. I think this could be a live filly, but it's the rail for me.
That's all. I mean, we've heard this horse can run a little bit. The work, certainly. I like that High Row is aboard here because that tells me she's fast. He's as good as anybody getting a horse out of the gate, and he better be on his game here because the rail, I'll tell you what, if she was in the 4 or 5 pole, I would have had her second. I can guarantee you that, but I just don't like the rail for especially 2-year-olds, first-time starters.
And you probably had the same thought process with the 8 Breezy Bella as well, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Mike, here's another one, okay? Now, this one has a little pedigree. The dam was 0 for 5. This one's a foal to Cajun's brother who earned over 230. Did win on debut, but we're all the way outside here. As good as Mike is, and, you know, Miguel Vasquez, is here as well. The work, the bullet, it sticks out. This post is a little iffy. The inside, the outside are problems.
Yeah, they are. And then also another problem with this as well. And this is at 218, so the track could change by then. But if it's a bit heavier, you kind of want a horse that's going to be able to get across the top of it quite easy. And, you know, our Harper Rose is looking pretty nice in this spot.
Yeah, no doubt. And we've got the 5-2. I want to mention Etrurian for Ralph Nix. The Hildebrands own this horse. You know, Matoli, all those sprinters with Steve Asmussen. Ralph gets a few horses with them. She's supposed to be able to run. The dam 2 for 41. It took her 11 starts to break her maiden.
Yeah.
It's her 4th foal. None of the other 3 could run at all. So it's just it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen here. Our buddy Jerry O'Dwyer's got a Tappet filly here. You don't see a lot of Tappets here in the summer.
You don't. And a $125,000 yearling Tappet does not scream that this horse is live. But on the other hand of that, the 5 Etrurian, $100,000 for a Bouchero as a yearling. That has not a lot of pedigree and stands for $5,000. This is interesting here.
Yep, we'll
It'll
try
be
to get
fun
a look
race.
for him.
Yep. We'll try to get a look, and you know, it's sandwiched in with these horizontals, so it's kind of tough. But we'll do what we can here. Play the barns, and we'll hopefully get you out of it. And we're gonna take a short break. When we come back, it will be Rainbow 6 time, and Brian's got a ticket.
And they're off.
My Racehorse has opened up a door for people that felt like that door would have never been opened for them.
We can all be owners and we can all get that excitement.
You can meet your horse through the different experiences and all of the events that My Racehorse puts together. You get that hands-on connection.
Whether you have $50 or $500, everyone that joins My Racehorse gets that experience of a lifetime.
I love My Racehorse. Let's go.
Welcome back to Gulfstream today. Samantha Perry and Brian Nato joining you on this Saturday afternoon, or morning, afternoon.
Afternoon, officially afternoon.
Yeah, it's officially 8 minutes past noon, so it is afternoon. It's Rainbow 6 time here, starting in race number 5. And you've got, do you have the winning ticket? I didn't hear that today, but you might.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So we'll take a look at it. 43.20. 21.60. Did I do the wrong math? My bad. I had to bob and weave a little bit, okay? This race has my long shot. We'll get to it in a second. 2-year-olds in race 6. I go to the 4, Raging Fury on top. In race number 7, the 5, Capture the Lion is going to be real tough. You could almost single Capture the Lion in there to me because of the speed.
Right.
Race number 8, this is the blow-up race for me. Best Bet is gone. The 3, No Name Dude. So I go 4 deep now with Inspired Mischief right back on top. Now, I single Big and Classy in the feature because I lost Mish, my top pick. And then in race number 10, the 5, Sylvia V's Heroes. Are you off her today? I'm on her today.
I'm off her today.
I get it.
Yeah, she's burnt me a few times.
I get it.
It means she'll win today, so lucky you.
I get it.
A solid ticket here, 43.20. Hey, look at this.
Oh, it is. These guys updated it.
These guys are sharp.
These guys are sharp up there.
All right, awesome. So
I was right for a change.
surprising. Race number 5 to kick off this $325,000 gross jackpot guarantee. Take out the 2, Domineering in this spot, leaving a field of 7. The 1, Radiant Gym on top for you.
Yeah, this is my long shot.
This is your long shot. I was about to say, I don't have this horse anywhere, so.
Yeah, this is my long shot. 3 horses that beat her last time. They're all right back. I get it. This horse had very less than ideal circumstances last time. She was in tight into the first turn. She went inside. She went all the way outside. She was wide the entire way from there. She was trying to run on. It was just too much to do. She's only beaten 4 and change, so it wasn't like she was totally terrible in there. Now we go outside to inside. Edgar Zayas is aboard here. Sticks aboard. I think there's reason to think she rebounds. The other thing, too, is, and you talk about it all the time, and I agree with you, maybe it's her turn today.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's a price.
Yeah, and a fair price at that, and she's not out of the question, and I am doing exactly what Brian is doing in this spot. I don't think we want Runaway Breeze, Dancing with Daffodils, or Short Circuit here.
No, that's the other thing, too. I'm willing to at least, the horse I want out of that race is the horse with a trip.
Exactly, and I went a completely different way with the horse that's not in that race at all. With Lionel Reyes jumping aboard the 6th Golden Voice, this is a pretty significant drop in class for this guy.
Without a doubt. Lionel gets back aboard. I tried to get Murat Sankal home yesterday with my long shot, but this horse this is clearly the horse to beat on the class drop. The win by 1 Runaway Breeze last time is not going to get it done if Golden Voice, shows up on the drop figures.
Yeah, and you know, this is a mare that she is what she is, but at least she does have 5 wins under her belt. So, and against much stronger. So
Without
you can't take it away from her at all. And then Dancing with Daffodils, this is a mare, heck, she's 8 years old, and she's still running like a young gun, and she's consistent.
I have to give her credit because in the 5-horse field 2 back, we had no clue how she won. We just, it was not.
Made no sense.
No, she was only 8-1 because there were 5 horses. She was like 20-1 in the race. Well, you know what? She came back last time and she doubled up on it. It was a really, really good second. Maybe she just is in really good form right now, and she is what she is. Back to Golden Voice quickly. You know, 2 starts off the claim for Sankal. It's not like she's fallen off a cliff. She's running just as good as she was with Pete Walder, so she's going to be trouble in here.
She will be. It's a solid race to kick off the pick 6. I was about to say the late pick 6. There's only 1 pick 6 here. Race number 6, though, is what I'm trying to get at, is the late pick 5. I've got a ticket put together. It's an incredible sequence here, and I'm all anchored with my best bet in race 7. Now, race 6, this is a great one to kick it off. We can take a look at them, but the 4 Raging Fury on top for me. Race 7, Wara on top. This is a solid feature, Tapeta race feature. Now, it's condensed field, but it's a good one. Race number 8, the 5 on top for me. Inspired Mischief off a little bit of a layoff. Race number 9, the 3 on top, big and classy. I like the 4 as well, Cage's Magic. I wasn't willing to just go down with big and classy. And in the finale, this could be a potential blow-up race. The 4 is my long shot, Broderie. I'm off of Sylvia V's Heroes. Probably the wrong move for me today, but I've got her in there.
What?
A solid maiden to kick off things here as my partner's having some hearing troubles behind this summer monsoon.
Well, you got to start with the 2-year-olds because that's your jam here, and there's not a lot to go on. I don't know if you got to see any of these horses or what. There's a couple in here they paid a lot of money for that they're hoping they're going to be okay.
Exactly. And the one does come out of this spot here, which leaves paralegal with the rail spot now. It's not ideal, and I'm glad you did get on this horse, Raging Fury. We've got the OBS work. Now, this horse sold for $70,000. Not a hefty price, but for this breeding, I think it's pretty solid. This horse worked 10-1 here. Just a strong, even work. He got better as he got further. These works for Eddie Pleasa say he's even sharper because he looked like a horse that needed a bit more fitness in him from that sale.
Yeah.
I think this horse is going to be strong today.
Yeah, Eddie has 2, 3, 4, 5 of these horses every summer that they pay a lot of money for in terms of what the sire stands for, and they come over here and they're live and they're ready to roll. Maybe it takes a start, maybe it doesn't. I would think Raging Fury. There's a slew of works here, too. Who's aboard Edgar Zayas.
Yeah.
This is, to me, at least just on paper, what you saw in front of you there that Samantha showed you. Jockey, they want to win today.
They do. They really do, and it'll be fun to see him debut. Hopefully he can handle the track as well as he handled the Tapeta there. Now, I want you to talk about the 10, and then I'm going to tell you what I found out about the 10. I've been excited to tell you this.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I don't know anything about the 10 other than they paid a boatload of money for this horse, Dave Brady. He's another guy that has some of these horses every summer, one or two or three of them for Champion Equine that they pay a lot of money for. My memory with these horses is pretty good. I don't remember Roguish at all as a sire.
No.
But for them to pay over $200,000 for a Roguish, whoever that is a big number. They paid $220 for this horse in March.
Yeah, and he worked 10 flat at that sale. He's got a very long stride, but what's interesting about this horse is Saffy bought this horse at the October yearling sale for $50,000. Saffy Joseph.
Yep.
He then sold the horse in the winter mixed sale for $1,500.
That's impossible.
Then the horse comes back and sells in the OBS sale for $220,000.
Wow. Well,
that is the crazy. You don't see that hardly at all. This is wild to me.
Yeah, and he must have grown up in a big way, I guess, because, you get to see him out there as a 2-year-old. You get to see him moving. I think Commandant was one of the ones that Dave popped with. And,
that was a good one.
That was he gets these horses now, and they can run. Some of them can't. We've seen one a couple weeks ago that they paid a lot of money for. It's still trying to break through. It's a big number on a horse you would think can run a little bit.
Yep, and the 3 Arrogancy, this is a barn that you usually don't see have a lot of 2-year-olds, Bobby DeBona.
I think this horse is very interesting. Bobby doesn't have 2-year-olds ever.
Yeah.
Now, maybe, his stock is getting better. His percentages, people are taking note. This is a sharp guy. Maybe he's getting these kind of horses now. This is an interesting horse to me, and I'm not going to let him beat me. It's
a very solid way to kick off the late pick 5, and kicking off the late pick 4 is race 7. Do you want to show your ticket, or is it a run back?
It's just a run back. We'll tweet it out. And,
okay. So a 5-horse field here. You went against Wara. Let's just show the replay first.
Yeah, I bet Wara last time.
You did.
Yeah.
You're on the Wara train quite a bit, but look here. He just completely misses the break.
Yeah, you can't. Okay, you can't miss the break in general. Sprinting on the Tapeta, you sure as heck can't miss the break when you're behind.
Hoping
him. Thank you, and Warriors for War. You can't do it.
No.
If we had time to show the whole race, go back and watch it. Wara puts in an extended, prolonged 3.5, 4 furlong move.
Yeah.
And that's why Roar finished 4th. He had to work so hard to get back into the race. He predictably paid the price late. This is 2 starts in a row. He's starting to become his own worst enemy.
He is, and hopefully he can get out of the break better, but we'll have to just wait and see when the gates open. But for you, a back-to-back winner, Capture the Lion from Mark Casse.
Yeah, this horse is going to be favored in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be favored. And I don't see how they run him down. Even if War breaks, I don't know how he runs him down. This horse is fast.
Yes.
I think he's going places now. He's blitzed 2 in a row on the Tapeta, or on Tapeta last time. So the Tapeta's no problem. He's very, very fast, and I think he's loose.
He is. And with the weather how it is, crumbling behind us.
War a better break today because the same thing's going to happen.
Yeah, if not, Capture the Lion is gone. Goodbye. Race number 8. It's a claiming $50,000 to $40,000 level. It's 5.5 furlongs on the Tapeta. We're scratching the 3, No Name Dude, and the 6, Cheerful Charlie. Say that 5 times fast. And it's 5 horses in this field. Did you lose your top pick
I
here?
lost my best bet.
Oh.
You were gonna get on me today because I was low-hanging fruit with No Name Dude, but out.
Well, the 5, Inspired Mischief. This was always my top pick.
Okay.
So you take it away for the 2nd place.
Well, I don't know. He comes in the right way. You were going to pick him on top?
Yeah.
Wow, he won on Tapeta last time, you know.
I know, but I figured it was a long enough time between starts.
Like he could have had a few losses in there in the middle?
Yeah, in his mind he could have. Yeah, in the mornings.
She doesn't like, I'm busting her chops a little bit. I don't disagree with her. It is hard doubling up on the Tapeta. We've talked about it quite a bit. She's still working out the numbers and the sample size, but
my math's a little shaky.
She may be onto something.
It's a long layoff to deal with. I get it, but now with No Name Dude out, I'm not going to get any kind of price at all on this horse. What about the 2 Vamos Viejo?
Well, here's the thing, and let's segue all of them in here. The 1 Grand Bay, the 2 Vamos Viejo, the 5 Inspired Mischief. None of them have any speed, okay? No. And I think it makes the 7 loose in here. He's my 4th pick. I put him on my ticket. So back to Vamos Viejo. He can't keep breaking last, and he's like Wara here. You got to show some speed in these races. That's not a recipe. That's not going to get you to the winner's circle. Hopefully, 2nd off the layoff, 2nd time on Tapeta. It's a smaller field today.
Right.
I hope he breaks running a little bit better because you're not going to loop fields on the Tapeta sprinting.
No, you're not, and that makes the 7 Buchanan Greenpoint a lot more appealing because I thought this race was too tough for him. But now he looks like the lone speed.
It's a different set of circumstances now, especially with No Name Dude out, who might not have been on the lead, but he wasn't going to let the 7 get loose.
Exactly. Race number 9, a solid feature we have here. The late pick 5 is a really hardy sequence, and it's 7 furlongs on the main track. We'll keep you updated with the track conditions by that time, 4:49 p.m. in the afternoon. Big and Classy is back.
Yeah, we're going to show the replay, right?
We are, yes.
This is Big and Classy's 6-race losing streak ended last time behind Dean Delivers. This was the best race Big and Classy's ever run.
Yeah.
Right?
He ran his eyeballs out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Huge. Dean Delivers ran his eyeballs out. He goes up to Saratoga. He's 3rd in the Grade 1 stakes behind Gunite and Elite Power, the best sprinter in the country. Best 2 sprinters in the country, really.
Yes.
This is a big effort here from Big and Classy. There's no Dean Delivers in here. For him, there's no New York traffic. There's no Mish either.
Yep.
The morning line's out the window here because of the 2 huge scratches. Big and Classy was 2 on the morning line. He's going to be a whole heck of a lot lower than that now.
Yeah, the shape of the race changes a lot with the scratches of the 5 NY traffic and Mish here. As far as a pace scenario, the 2's got to go, right?
Yeah, he might be loose in here now.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Big and Classy's not letting him get too far away.
Yeah.
But Avant Gloria is now your confirmed front-running speed. Maybe he gets brave.
Maybe, and Big Daddy Dave looks a lot more appealing in this spot with if the conditions kind of stay like this,
You know
heavier
what?
track.
That's a good point. I had him in 2nd and wasn't, when I moved up with the scratches, it was not going to be like this.
Right.
I know he only beat 3 horses last time. I know with the way the race unfolded with him being outside, he was going to win anyway.
Exactly.
It was a really good effort. Pete Walder's 1,000th career win right there, too.
It was, yeah, and it's
Okay.
oh, and so it's not a field that he beat in a crazy fashion, but still
Good
solid
effort.
nonetheless. Now the finale here, 6 furlongs on the main track. It's a solid field of maidens, fillies, and mares, 3 and up, and the 5 for you, Sylvia V's Heroes. I think this filly needs longer.
Yeah, she might. I kind of, the dart landed on her for me.
That's fair. The 4 Broderie for me, it's my long shot. This filly, she's working well. Gervin's good early. Not sure how
Yeah,
good
they
he's
are.
going to be late. Well, remains to be seen, but a solid finale to end the card. And it's 10 races for you today. Going to be starting in about 27 minutes. But the lightning round we've got coming up for you here. And Darth Vader.
Yeah, she's up in Saratoga. She ran so good in the Grade 1 Acorn. We know her here from winning the forward gal earlier. She's my pick in the test. I love her post position. I love the 7 furlong. She faces the Kentucky Oaks winner. Pretty mischievous. I think that might be a little sharp for her. It's a big effort, and Mike Yates had her then. He did such a great job with her.
He did. Excited to see how she comes out of that. She's always showing up with her best effort, so fun to watch her a little bit later on in the day. You lost your best bet. Mine is Wara in the 7th race and your long shot.
Yeah, Radiant Gem in race number 5. That's a key race getting out of those early horizontals.
And my long shot for the finale is the 4 Broderie in the last race, 5-1. We'll see how that goes. And ending the lightning round here, quite literal lightning round.
Well done.
Saturdays with ExpressBet.
Yeah, you can wagering credits here. If you wager $50, you can get a chance for some wagering credits. So you'd be on track. I would highly suggest going inside Silks today, at least right now, to do that.
At least for now.
We might do that right now, too.
Yep, exactly. That's our show for the day. We'll be with you throughout the whole day for some solid racing here in Hallandale Beach, Florida. Good luck.